Hey guys, 2020. What's going on, you guys? This video is very much off the cuff. Just sharing my thoughts about 2020, what has gone down, and I want to acknowledge the comments, the subscriptions. Thank you all so much for subscribing to this channel. I'm so sorry I don't have much content going out here, but I really appreciate you guys nonetheless. Um, I am reading all the comments that come in, guys. There was one in particular. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name right now. But you did ask about why some videos were privated. Um, I just don't necessarily resonate with those kind of videos, and I think I'm just confused about what exactly I want to do with this channel. Um, to give a little bit of background, I did open a business for this. Some of you may already know this. I did open a business for Split Film Productions, and unfortunately, I just didn't have the business knowledge or the marketing experience to keep it going like I wanted to. It was as if I bought the chariot before the horse. I had all the bones and the structure and everything, but no meat to it, no organs, nothing to keep it flowing, nothing to keep the income flowing. For some reason, I had the idea that, oh, this could be a business. I was doing some regular jobs every year. One of them was working for a volunteer theater company to shoot their plays in-house and to sell DVDs to the cast and crew. And that money definitely sustained us. It didn't, now that I look back on it, it didn't pay for everything at the time, but it definitely paid for a good portion of what we had to pay in bills and stuff like that. What I realize now, definitely, is that I should have had more jobs, more reoccurring work before I decided to try to open a business license. At the very least, I didn't invest in too much before I realized that mistake. What I'm hoping to do is to create some sort of a business plan for Split Film Productions, but at this point, I'm basically in limbo with whether or not I want to try and keep this thing going or to just do my own creative stuff, videos and whatnot. I do have a background in video. For those who don't know, I went to college and got a broadcast degree for this type of work, to work with cameras and to edit and all this and that. I've learned the techniques from college. Um, a big portion of it came from working with a volunteer TV studio, which had different stuff going on. I had a lot of hands-on experience, which is it's great for me because I that was where a lot of my learning process started, was getting into this volunteer TV studio. I'm not gonna lie, I have zero direction for what I want to do with Split Film Productions. I do want to do something, but I don't necessarily want to run a business like I thought. Or at the very least, I want to pull those reins back a little bit and go back to the drawing board to figure out what works for the business. The license I have expires in 5 years, so I basically have 5 years to figure something out for the business. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But emotionally, I am in limbo with Split Film Productions being a business at all. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with myself, with trying to manage all the business tasks, the marketing, which I just, again, I have zero skill in, and it shows. I love creating content. I love being creative in whatever I decide to do. But this channel, I don't know what to do with it. It's just, I'm very lost with it. And this is just me saying this out loud. I definitely feel lost with it. If I go off the feeling of it, it's as if I'm down this really deep valley and there's just no end in sight to it. There's no way to climb up and out of the valley. I'm just there and I keep going even though it's super sludgy. I also have a website domain, which I don't even have the skill to create a website. I know there's Wix and all this and that, Squarespace, but then that means I may have to transfer the domain yet again and do something different with that, which I don't know. I don't have the mental capacity to try to make a website. There's different parts to this endeavor that I realize now I definitely shouldn't have gotten into the business portion of this because it's too much for my mind. I can't handle it. And I don't know if I will ever be able to handle it. I think to myself, maybe it should just be a creative endeavor and that's all it should ever be. That's all it should have ever been. But then I think, well, is there a way to keep Split Film Productions going or at least keep it afloat? I don't know. There's so much emotionally at stake with Split Film Productions that every time I think about it, it's too much. I'm at a point where I just want to focus on the creative aspect of it, the actual making of the videos, the scripts, the ideas that turn into these stupid YouTube videos I created. I feel really stupid for opening a business for something that I couldn't keep going. I love doing videography work, but if I can't keep it going, what's the point? When I think back on it, I feel like my ego was running the whole show. My ego was severely running that show. My identity of being the video guy, the guy that you go to for video work, camera and editing and stuff like that. I still have the odd person here and there contacting me for work, whether it's a hockey video or whether it's shooting some sort of a show, just one camera, maybe two. But for the most part, I have zilch coming in. The pandemic pretty much took everything away from me for Split Film Productions, for the business. So I'm definitely claiming losses when it comes to 2020. But at the same time, how much longer can I try to make this thing work? Do I want to keep it going as a business, or do I want to go back to my roots and just make videos for the sake of making videos? For those who don't know, I do have a day job. I work for a tire shop, and it's been the biggest change in my life. I'm able to pay bills properly, and I'm around a good group of people who are very generous and even patient with me as I learn to change tires on cars. I've always been into car related stuff, but doing this job has completely changed me. I love the job. I couldn't see myself doing anything else with my life. I'm so proud of myself for it. I'm so happy with it. When it comes to doing video work, it's exhausting. It's annoying when it comes to the technical side of it because I was working with Premiere. I was working with Premiere for a long time, and then I got away from Premiere this year, actually. I changed over to DaVinci Resolve, which when you first start off with it, it's a free program unless you're using footage that is up to 8K, which no, I'm not gonna get there. If for whatever reason I did want to upgrade, it's a one-time fee, and I really appreciate that because with Adobe I had to pay monthly for something where I just wasn't getting the work to be able to pay for that. So I canceled my Adobe subscription as soon as I found alternatives to the program I was using. So instead of Photoshop, I'm using Affinity. And instead of Premiere, I'm using DaVinci, which pretty much has everything I need. It's just a bit of a steep learning curve when you change from something like Adobe to DaVinci. I still have issues with DaVinci. I don't edit as regularly as I used to. So every time I go back to DaVinci, it's just like, oh wait, what do I do to cut this? What do I do to add a fade here? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, by no stretch is it a easy switch, but it was a switch I had to make especially for my finances. Adobe was just getting more expensive, and their updates were buggy as hell, and I could not stand working with the programs anymore. So, where do I go from here? What do I do with this channel that has its following? And I appreciate that it's I'm still gonna be mind boggled by this, but the painful massage video has turned into this weird ASMR cult following. And I'm so appreciative of you guys. You guys are all pretty cool. And I love that all the Shaggy comments too. Like that was pretty funny. No, I was not cosplaying for that, even though I do look like the character in that video. That's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I love it. It was sort of just a fun channel for a while where I just made stupid videos from high school up to a certain point, and then I decided to get into the business aspect, and that's when things started to go downhill from there because I lacked the knowledge of it. But I've talked about this already, so I'm just repeating myself. What can I say about this channel? I do want it to be something, but I just don't know what that something is. I've had these ideas for videos that I couldn't bring myself to do because, oh, it needs to make money, or you may have a day job at that point. Yeah, that reminds me. My biggest lesson is to have a day job before you even attempt to try to make a business or any sort of endeavor like this. I I love the creative aspect of it, but I definitely needed something to keep me afloat financially. I was hurting really bad when it came to finances. The beginning of this year was just I was in the red pretty much all the time. And then different things happened, and I kept moving forward with what knowledge I had, with what experience I had. I want to say that I would create content that would just be purely entertaining for anybody, really. Just to be that kind of channel where I put stuff out and it puts a smile on somebody's face, or it makes them laugh, or just something along those lines. Just creative in general. Maybe it links to other stuff I'm working on, but I don't know. I really don't know where this channel is going, if it's going to be going anywhere. I really appreciate the subscribers I've gotten, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to be putting out a lot of content on here. I wish I could, but I just don't know where everything is going for me right now and for Split Film Productions itself. Nonetheless, I really do appreciate your support, even if it means a subscription, even if it means a comment. Doesn't matter what it is, I just appreciate the interaction. I probably took the hardest route for Split Film Productions, but at least now I'm circling back to my roots and to try to make sense of what I want for Split Film Productions. I definitely don't want it to be a business, at least not now. Perhaps later, depends, but right now I just need to pull the reins back on the whole business aspect of it because that really hurt the creativity. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. Alright, take care.